Hello everybody, I'm John, this is JP Strategic Investments, and today we're going to talk about the Patriot One Technologies investor webinar that we just had today and some of the major points that I thought were interesting. So just to jump right in here, the first major point that I wanted to kind of highlight, and I've talked about this before, is their customer first approach that I think they're doing a really good job with. And we've seen evidence of this with how they've made improvements to the system in the past, and that is basically going to their prospective customers, the people who are ideally going to be using their product, in this case right now, the owners of stadiums and other sports entertainment venues, casinos, things like that, and really going and talking to them and asking them what it is that they need and what it is that they want in their security systems, and really listening to that feedback and acting on that and making improvements to the product. I think they've done a really good job of that so far, and Peter kind of touched on that towards the beginning, made some comments about that. So I just wanted to reiterate that I think that's one of the really great things for Patriot One right now that's going to help them really grow into the future, is that they're asking those customers what they need and then tailor making their solutions for those customer needs. So that is the first point that I wanted to mention here. The next point is what he was talking about around a large manufacturer buying the product. And what I really want to focus on there is how that is an example of how one customer can turn into a lot of different sales for the company, and is turning into a lot of sales for the company. So he mentioned that that one manufacturer started with maybe one employee entrance, I think it was, and now has moved to cover all of the entrances to that particular production facility, so that when employees change shifts and everything like that, everybody walks through those MSG lanes, and they are safer than they were before, right? And now that supplier is kind of introducing Patriot One to their other suppliers around that facility and starting conversations with those manufacturers to secure their facilities. And then on top of that, I think he also mentioned that possibly after that, looking to expand to other facilities of that same manufacturer in North America, I believe he said. So one, I think it's a great opportunity right there. They've gotten their foot in the door with a major manufacturer that's opening kind of other doors, not only to their other factories, but to their suppliers and other businesses that they're integrated with. But it's also an example that that could happen with other companies, and possibly is happening with other companies as well. So even though right now we may be seeing a lot of smaller contracts, and that may be a little frustrating, those smaller contracts have the potential to have a domino effect into multiple other contracts and larger expansions within those same clients on their own. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about, and this one wasn't quite as clear, but when Peter talked about and kind of elaborated on their OIG contract, he mentioned that it was kind of through a partnership with this other government organization, and I didn't quite catch the name, and the webinar doesn't look like it's been posted, the recording doesn't look like it's been posted at the time that I'm recording this video, so I'll have to rewatch it and kind of go back and see if I can find what government organization that was. But he hinted at that government organization was in control of a wide variety of other government facilities and things like that, and that this contract could be just opening the door into a lot of these other government facilities. And I kind of made a similar point to that when I gave my thoughts in my video on when that contract came out, that I thought that could be a possibility. So it looks like he's hinting at other big opportunities within the federal government. So hopefully that pans out. And he was also saying revenue looks like it's growing rapidly. So I'm really looking forward to the next earnings report, see that backlog. He said we were going to get a little bit more information around what exactly that backlog means. Maybe, hopefully, see some margins in there, things like that, to see exactly how much money they're bringing in from these. But we'll just have to see. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the webinar, kind of the major points that I thought were interesting. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the webinar, and other than that, I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.